We're coming into a wide-legged child's pose, so grab a bolster or blanket. Spread the knees wide towards the outer edges of your mat. And as you exhale, slowly start to bring the torso over your bolster or pillow, drawing the arms forward and relaxing the head down. See if you can start to feel in this pose by bringing your awareness towards the feet, up through the legs, up the thighs towards the hips. See if you can relax here, further down. Relax the shoulders. Relax your jaw. Maybe releasing the tongue from the roof of the mouth. Bring your awareness now to the breath. The breath of life. The breath of spirit. The cosmic breath. Start to feel the rise and fall as you breathe naturally. Yin Yoga is such a great practice for us to slow down, to take care of our bodies, our vessels, are vehicles of the soul that help transport us through this 3D world. Yin teaches us to slow down, to eat nutritious foods, and drink fresh water, rest, to bring balance, vitality, and awakening. Completely relax, surrender, and let go to the flow. Just a few more breaths. Slowly start to prop yourself back up to seated, one vertebrae at a time, nice and slow. Sitting up nice and tall. Prepare for saddle pose now. Start to stretch the neck over towards the right. Use your right hand to press the head down. Feel that nice stretch there in the side of the neck. Switch to the opposite side, so use your left hand to support the head. Feel that neck stretch on the right side of your neck. Slowly release. Draw the arms up overhead. Exhale, bring the arms back towards your side, coming into a nice twist. Use your right hand to help pull yourself to the left. Inhale, come back to center, draw the arms overhead. Exhale, we'll twist open towards the right. Feel that nice stretch there. Inhale, come back to center, arms towards the sky. Exhale, release. Go ahead and remove your bolster or pillow towards the back. You can support yourself here, bringing it towards the back of the spine. Roll onto that left cheek and bring out your right foot, extending it forward. Go ahead and sit down into your sit bones. Stay here if this feels good, or slowly start to walk the torso back, resting your torso on your bolster or pillow. Coming completely flat here. Start to relax the shoulders down. Relax the hips. See if you can relax even further down. Your arms can be placed towards the side or palms face up. Or some of you would like to maybe even bring the arms overhead. Interlace the pinkies across your elbows. Whichever you choose, try to completely relax. Relax the shoulders down, relax the hips, and relax the legs. Just a few more breaths. Slow and steady. On your next inhale, start to prop yourself back up to seated, nice and slow. Rolling onto that right cheek, we'll extend our left leg forward. Roll onto your left cheek and bring the right foot back towards the side. Sit up nice and tall, and as you exhale, slowly, one vertebrae at a time, start to bring yourself back over your pillow or bolster. Begin to relax here. So relax the shoulders down, the hips and the legs. We have 3 guiding principles to Yin Yoga. The first principle is coming into your soft edge. So know your body's limitations and boundaries and respect the body. The second guiding principle to Yin Yoga is holding for time. We hold the postures from 3 to 5 minutes to reap the benefits of the pose. When we hold the stretch for this time, we are digging down deep into the cellular level of our cells and helping to stretch the fascia tissue. At this level, we are able to release stress-relieving hormones to help wash away any negative energies from the body. And the third final principle of Yin Yoga is finding stillness, quieting the mind, and focusing on the breath. Let the breath be your anchor as you flow through your practice. Just a few more breaths. Slowly, on your next inhale, start to prop yourself back to seated, nice and slow. Rolling onto that left cheek, we'll extend the right foot forward. We'll slide both knees in together. We'll start to windshield wiper our hips from side to side, nice and slow, moving with intention. From here, we're going to come into a butterfly pose. So bring bottoms of the feet to touch. You can use your bolster or pillow to help support you here. Sit up nice and tall and lengthen through the spine. And then from here, grab a hold of your ankles. Using the pillow, start to slowly release the torso down. You can bring your fingers and interlace them across your elbows. Release the head down. Start to relax here. See if you can relax even further the hips down into the ground. Relax the shoulders, relax the head. Start to breathe in through your heart or the back of the heart as you relax down even further. Slowly on your next inhale, slowly start to prop up your torso one vertebrae at a time. Go ahead and remove your bolster or pillow towards the side. Extend both feet forward, coming into a gentle twist. Extend towards the left. Slowly twist open towards the right. From here, we're going to come onto our bellies. So nice and slow, come all the way down to the ground. You can use your hands to support your head here and just take a moment to feel into this pose. Feel the earth press up against you as you melt the bones into the earth. We will begin to venture into Sphinx pose. So begin to push up to rest on your elbows, which should be shoulder width apart, and position an inch or so forward off the shoulder line. Bring your palms together in front of you or cross your arms and let your hands rest on your elbows. Allow yourself to rest upright without slumping into your shoulders or attempting to lift up from them. Your back will arch in a gentle sway that creates length along the anterior of your spine and gently compression on the posterior side. You can allow your buttocks and legs to relax as long as you feel no sharp or shooting pains. If you do, move your elbows farther forward so your ribs carry also some of the weight, and engage your inner thighs. This will allow your back to maintain a gentle arch without straining your limited range of motion. Passive back bends like these help to stimulate the kidney chi, revitalizing your energy supply. So allow your belly and organs to drape forward onto the floor. Relax the buttocks and legs. Completely surrender to the pose and allow the chi to flow through the body. Then move into seal pose. This is a rather difficult pose, so it may not be suitable for everyone. Option 1 to stay in Sphinx, or we'll move into seal pose. So from here, begin to walk your hands about 4 inches in front of your shoulders with your arms straight. You can turn your hands outward slightly like a seal's flippers. Be sure to maintain an even distribution of weight across both hands to avoid overstretching portions of your wrists. Keep your head upright and in line with your spine for optimal neck comfort. Start to breathe in through the heart here, or the back of the heart. Just a few more breaths. Slowly start to prop yourself back to that Sphinx pose, and then bringing the arms down, coming into crocodile pose. Use the hands to support the head. We'll start to kick up both feet towards our glutes and windshield wiping our legs from side to side, nice and slow, moving with the breath, moving with intention. Gently release the legs down and slide the hands underneath the wrists, pushing yourself into a tabletop. We'll come into a puppy dog pose here. We'll stack the hips over the knees. Start to walk the hands forward as you bring the torso down, resting the forehead on the mat. We'll begin to thread the needle here on both hands, so slowly start to prop yourself back up, and we'll use the left hand to thread the needle in between. Start to lower yourself down, making sure the shoulder is in line with the left knee. You can rest the forehead gently onto your mat. Start to breathe here. Slowly we'll start to begin to switch to the opposite side. So as you take your next breath in, slowly start to draw the left arm underneath, propping yourself back up. We'll go ahead and bring and thread the needle of the right hand towards the left, bringing down the shoulder parallel with the knee. Relax the forehead down. Begin to feel into this pose. Relax. Just a few more breaths. We'll come into some cat-cow, so slowly begin to prop yourself back up, stacking the shoulders over the wrists, hips over the knees, about hip distance. Lengthen through the spine. We'll take a big breath in. We'll start to drop that belly down, lift the gaze. Exhale, round the spine, tuck the chin towards the chest, the crown of the head to the earth. Inhale, drop the belly down, lift the gaze, maybe close off the eyes. Exhale, release, round and through the spine. Inhale, drop the belly for cow. Exhale, release for your cat. Come back onto your heels. We're going to come into frog pose. So go ahead and grab your bolster or pillow, and then begin to bring the knees towards the outer edges of your mat, nice and wide. We'll start to roll over our bolster or pillow and start to spread those knees wide even further. So coming into a upside down butterfly pose in a sense. Begin to sit back onto the sit bones here, and then begin to walk the hands forward, using the hands to support the head. You should feel a deep stretch here in the hips as well as the groin area. Begin to relax here. Yoga can be understood as a set of behaviors that develops a holistic experience of the body, heart, and mind. It is a process of fully inhabiting ourselves and our life in a radically engaging and acquisitive way. Through this training, we develop a healthy capacity to literally take up residence in our bodies and minds, which can then lead us into simple presence. Presence is a quality of being that is opened and aware. This body-mind presence serves as the ground for compassion and wisdom to emerge us within. Slowly, as you take your next breath in, start to prop yourself back up to seated, nice and slow. We're going to come into supported legs up the wall, so go ahead and slowly and carefully remove your bolster or pillow towards the side or in front of you. We're going to come completely flat on our backs, so go ahead and bring that bolster or pillow underneath your low back if you can, by lifting up the knees and then scooching it underneath your sacrum and lower lumbar region. From here, we'll start to walk up the legs. So bring both knees in towards the chest and then extend the legs completely, keeping the legs parallel with. Stack the ankles over the hips, keeping the legs upright and still. See if you can relax the hips down, relax the shoulders. Allow the blood to flow from the tips of the toes down and through the legs, helping to recycle this blood with fresh nutrients. We'll move into happy baby or stirrup pose. So bend the knees in towards the chest. Grab a hold of your knife edges of your feet. And start to bring the knees in towards the chest. Keep the chin in line with the forehead. Try to keep the floor and shoulder blades down as well as the sacrum. From here, we'll start to curl into a little ball, so bring the knees in towards the chest, bring the forehead to meet the knees. Exhale, release, we'll come into Supta Baddha Konasana, so reclined butterfly pose. So bring the bottoms of the feet to touch, splay open those hips, and then bring your left hand over your heart and your right hand over your belly. You can also place pillows under the thighs for added support if you have a tight groin or sensitive knees. Just a few more breaths. We'll begin to go into a lying spinal twist pose. So as you inhale, continue to lie on your back with your knees bent, your feet flat on the floor, and your arms out towards the sides for support. On an exhalation, allow your knees to drop towards the right while keeping the left sides of your body supported by your upper back and shoulders on the ground. If your knees do not rest on the floor, use a bolster or a folded blanket to catch their weight. If you have lower back sensitivity or are also suffering from an injury, the added props will help to soothe this pose. Just a few more breaths. Slowly on your next inhale, using the abdominal muscles, start to bring both knees back to center. We'll switch to the opposite side. So begin to relax those knees down towards the left as you take your next exhale. Your gaze can also look towards the right if that feels good for you. Start to relax and let go into this pose and surrender to the moment. Just a few more breaths. Slowly begin to bring both knees back into the chest. Curling into a small little ball, bring the forehead to meet the knees. Squeeze yourself, give yourself a nice big hug. Tell yourself you love yourself. And then open up big and wide for your last and final pose, Shavasana, corpse pose. So spreading the fingertips here, spreading the knees, take as much space as you like. Spread open the legs and bring the arms towards the sides. Have the palms face up so that you're open to receive. Take as long as you need here to start to settle down. Start to relax the shoulders down, the hips, the legs. And we'll take a few deep cleansing breaths here to prepare for our Shavasana. So all together we'll take a big breath in, start to breathe in through the nose, fill up the chest with as much air as you can. And with an open mouth exhale, release, push all the air out. Good, big breath in, start to feel that low belly expand as you take in fresh air. And with an open mouth exhale, release, push all the air out. Last big breath, fill up the lungs and the low belly with as much air as you can. Maybe take one more sip of air, and with an open mouth exhale, let it all go. Seal the lips, come back to your natural breath. Start to relax down even further. Just a few more breaths. We'll start to come into a fetal pose, so bring the knees in towards the chest. Curl onto your right side. You can use the forearm to help support the head. And just take a moment here to feel into this pose. And when you're ready, press yourself up to a comfortable seated position, eyes closed. Sitting up nice and tall, we'll begin to bring our hands towards heart center. To close our practice and seal this container, we'll take one last cleansing breath. So take a big breath in, fill up the lungs with as much air as you can, and with an open mouth exhale, release. I bow with great honor to the divine light that is you, that is also me. Namaste. Thank you so much, and enjoy the rest of your evening. Until next time.